Stop checking your phone every 5 minutes when somebody doesn't respond. Even though you were both texting happily, plans sounded perfect, then they don't respond, hours pass, your stomach clenches, your breath gets shorter, your mind repeats past conversations on a loop. You type, everything okay? Then delete it. Type, did I upset you? Then delete that too. You feel like you're 10, waiting for something bad to happen. You're not crazy and you're not needy. You're not imagining it. This type of panic lives in 85% of us raised with a silent treatment from our parents. Your childhood body learned early on that silence means that something bad is about to happen. Hey vibrant soul, you're listening to Creative Recharge, Unblock Your Energy, with your host, Caria Watt at aquaaura.com. Subscribe and leave a review on your platform. Show notes have instructions. Takes 30 seconds to change someone's life. Those stars help the right people find me. But before we begin, let's take a moment to ground ourselves. Wherever you are, whether you're sitting at home or walking in nature, I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes if it feels safe to do so. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel your body softening with each breath. Bring your awareness to your heart, the seat of your soul. Imagine a warm golden light glowing, expanding with every breath you take. This light connects us to our higher selves and opens us up to receive the wisdom we are about to explore. Silence doesn't have to feel uncomfortable. Your body doesn't interpret quiet as natural. It interprets it as warning. Your shoulders lift without you noticing, your jaw tightens, your breath gets shallow like you're bracing for impact. You replay the last thing you said to them, the emoji you use, the tone, the timing. You zoom in on tiny details no one else would notice. Did I reply too fast or too slow, too much, not enough? You open the message thread again, still nothing. Your nervous system doesn't care that it's only been 47 minutes. Time stretches. Minutes feel like hours. Your body is already in the future, imagining rejection, punishment, abandonment. You try to distract yourself. Netflix plays, but you don't even listen to it. You're not watching it. Food is in front of you, but your stomach feels hollow and tight at the same time. You tell yourself to calm down. You tell yourself you're overreacting. That just makes it worse. Because deep down, this isn't about the text. It never was. This is the same feeling you had as a child when the energy in the room shifted, when something felt off, but no one explained why, when the room went quiet. Your body learned that silence means you did something wrong. That connection can disappear without warning. That safety can be removed without explanation. So now as an adult, your system, your body scans constantly for the tone, for the silent pauses, for the gaps. You become hyper-aware of other people's moods. You can feel the distance before it's spoken. And the worst part, you don't even trust your own reactions anymore. You wonder why something so small wrecks you, why other people seem so calm while you're spiraling out of control. You feel embarrassed by how deeply this affects you. So you hide it. You smile, you say, it's fine. But inside, you're back there again, waiting, listening, preparing for the drop. Let me tell you what happened to me. Same wiring, same panic. Stay with me. Age 10, playing outside with friends, sun was setting, we were laughing. There was one clear rule in our house, be home no later than 6 p.m. for dinner when Dad was home. I lost track of time, looked at my watch, 6 p.m, I was late. My stomach dropped instantly, heart pounded, legs ran before my brain could catch up, burst through the door panting hard. Dad sat at the table, completely silent. No, where were you? No, you're late. Nothing at all. Mum wouldn't look at me. Plates were already cleared. My dinner was gone. I stood frozen in the doorway, hands shaking, chest tight, waiting for what came next. He just pointed towards my bedroom. So off I stormed. Dad stayed silent 3 days straight, not a word. Breakfast, silence. Driving me to school, silence. Dinner, silence. It was horrible. I tried to overcompensate by being a good child, Class A student, great at sports, chess, acting. Any activity really where I could receive some sort of attention. But it didn't work. At age 10, I learnt something very clearly. My parents' silence meant punishment was coming. Being 10 minutes late meant starving. Having fun outside meant danger. After that night, every single Friday, I checked my watch every 5 minutes. I walked home never late again. Silence became scarier than yelling. After those 3 days of silence ended, nothing was explained. No apology, no conversation, no reassurance. Life just resumed. My nervous system never got closure. It never learned when danger was over. It just stayed on high alert. From that point on, I became exceptionally good at reading the room. I could tell when Dad was in a bad mood before he even spoke. I could hear it in the way his keys hit the table. I could feel it in the air. I learnt to shrink, to be quieter, to be easier. I learnt that asking questions made things worse, that expressing emotions invited consequences, that silence was something to manage, not challenge. So I managed it. I managed adults' emotions before I could manage my own. I managed timing, tone, posture, grades, achievements. If it was impressive enough, maybe the silence wouldn't come back. If I was useful enough, maybe everything was fine. But silence always came back. In school, if a teacher seemed disappointed, my chest tightened. If a friend didn't call me back, I assumed I'd done something wrong. If someone said, "We'll talk later," my body prepared for disaster. By my teens, anxiety wasn't a feeling, it was my baseline. By my 20s, it showed up in relationships. If someone pulled away emotionally, even slightly, my system lit up. I became hyper-attentive, over-available, over-explaining. I apologized for things that weren't even mine. I softened my needs. I ignored my intuition. And when someone actually did go quiet, it destroyed me. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. My stomach burned. My thoughts raced. I would stare at my phone, heart pounding, waiting for it to buzz like it could save me. And sometimes, and this part is important, I'd end the relationship. I'd block, disappear, detach, not because I didn't care or I didn't love, but because silence hurt less. People think trauma is about what happened. It's not. It's about what your body had to learn to survive it. My body learned that love could vanish without warning, that connection wasn't stable, that I needed to stay alert to stay safe, and that wiring followed me everywhere into friendships, work environments, romantic relationships. I attracted people who were emotionally unavailable because it felt familiar, because my system knew how to navigate uncertainty better than safety. Calm felt boring. Consistency felt suspicious. Silence felt catastrophic. It wasn't until much later, after years of anxiety and feeling tension, that I realized my body wasn't reacting to the present. It was reacting to a memory. Every unanswered text wasn't about now. It was about that doorway, that empty plate, that 3-day silence. Once I understood that, everything changed. Not overnight, not magically, but gently through awareness, through safety, through giving my nervous system new experiences. I stopped shaming myself for reactions that once kept me alive. I stopped forcing myself to just chill. I started listening to what my body was actually telling me. And slowly panic has softened. Silence stopped feeling like a threat. Space stopped feeling like abandonment. Not because people changed, but because I did. Now, as an adult, you panic exactly the same way when someone stops texting you. Your 10-year-old panic equals checking your phone every 5 minutes. As a child, freezing in the doorway means staring at your phone, dreading what's coming next, expecting the worst to happen. Your hands typing apology texts that you delete bring on anxiety, and that is such an awful feeling. The parent's 3-day silence means feeling unsafe and constantly worried about displeasing the other person. You internalize that you're not worthy of love or communication. You feel a sense of being alone even if they show up. You may even find it difficult to express your emotions or avoid conflict altogether by blocking their number and being upset. Or you become a people pleaser, creating a major power imbalance. That can feel like your energy is constantly on edge, checking the phone. They may even see the 3 dots of your typing and deleting your apology text. They feel your panic. Your age 10, late for dinner body showed up in this relationship. No wonder they disappear. You're not ready for this yet, and they don't understand your childhood memories at all. Now listen carefully. This doesn't mean you're broken. You are not too much. Your age 10 body did everything perfectly right. Running home and being on time kept you fed. You freezing in the doorway was brilliant survival. There were no arguments. Your shaking hands show a perfect fear response. Your body is working perfectly for those silent treatments. 85% of us have this internal wiring, so you're not alone. Your body just needs new information and to learn that silence doesn't always mean punishment. Now, I created Stable for those whose bodies never fully learned how to stand down, not because something is wrong with you, but because you carried responsibility early, because your nervous system adapted to unpredictability, pressure, or emotional absence. This is an 8-week transformational process focusing on releasing the past, not analyzing memories, and not forcing you to be calm. We work with how your alertness shows up in your body, in your sleep, your muscles, your thinking, your daily pressure. Each week builds gently, understanding why your body stays on guard, learning how rest becomes possible again, reducing physical tension without forcing relaxation, letting the mind slow down when the body feels safe, creating stability that holds when there is a stressful situation. The practices are simple, short, and repeatable because change doesn't come from intensity. It comes from consistency and safety. There's also one private session with me where we personalize what works for your body, adjust what doesn't, so this becomes something you can actually live with long term. The goal isn't to become a different person. It's to stop you living in constant internal readiness, to sleep more deeply, to feel less tight during the day, to carry responsibility without your body paying the price. If your body recognized itself today in this episode, the link is below. Comment Stable so I know this spoke to you. Like and subscribe because it helps reach others who have been holding too much for too long. Your nervous system doesn't need more effort. It needs a different kind of experience. Until next time, peace.